But the thing is
This is
remembering what you need to do to keep that height. So that's why I say I can only blame myself. If my sales are low, it's my fault. If my content sucks, it's my fault.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
that's one question I want to ask is about corporate versus being your own boss. We have a lot of people in the same situation, right? That they are working L'Oreal, they're working in a corporate brands, they're getting paid good money, very good money, and but they have this thing, I can do better. I can do it by on my own. I want to have my own business. Where do you find the courage? Because in the end of the day, you take a lot of courage. You working in L'Oreal, or you already have working in the other firm that they pay you good money. You go to work Monday to Friday. Weekend you don't need to worry about anything. You pay good money. So where do you find the courage to live this comfortable life, to go to the really uncomfortable life, which is become an entrepreneur and start to build equity with your brand? And hey, you're going to all these events and you need to get a camera guy with you to put in your YouTube channel, but you have to pay this guy. This guy's not coming for free. And now you're putting all those videos on YouTube channel, you're not making any money. Then another event, you're paying this guy and you're paying and paying to build this brand that you don't even know how you're going to capitalize in the future. So
Well,
tell
it's
how you take to where do you find the courage to go to do this, and what advice do you have for people listening now in corporate that they are dying to become their own boss, they are dying to have their own market, they are listening to this podcast that they envy you because now, Steven, you are in the position that you have your own market, that you can sell whatever product you want and they will buy it from you, more or less. But it's my understanding that can give you a very decent lifestyle. So, what advice do you have to the people in corporate right now?
listening to you, Harry. I'm listening to you and I'm going, wow, he actually sounds like he's been there before. You know, from what you've said, I'm listening to you and I'm like, oh my God, he gets it. He gets it, there's so many people who don't get that, and it's very discouraging. So when it comes to people who are working a corporate job, hey, there's this thing called job security or benefits, 401k, paid vacations. I gave up all that stuff years and years and years ago. And
Took a lot of
you know,
courage.
yeah, so the courage,
Where do you find the courage?
the courage comes from your why. It comes from your why. Why do you want to do what you want to do? What's the driving source? A lot of people's whys is a major tragedy. It's a moment in their life that brings them so low that you have to rebuild to go that much higher. So the why is your source of motivation. It's your source that drives you to keep pushing, to not give up. Everyone has some sort of something they've experienced that they can look back and reflect on and say, you know what, that was a tough time in my life and I overcame it. And you have to go back to that as your fuel. Everyone needs fuel. So for the
So what
people
happened?
who
Your colleagues at work, they were saying that you were crazy. They are all wishing
oh,
they are wishing that you failed because like this justified that you took the wrong decision. How about family? Do you
well,
have any support somewhere? Because I've been there also,
yeah. Well, the
and it
thing
was tough. It was tough because I lost all my friends, my family. There is no entrepreneurs in my family. Only my grandfather, and he died very when I was very young, so I didn't couldn't talk much to him. But after that, there is no entrepreneurs in my family, and oh my God, it was on top that I have this why, and I feel that I can do something. A lot of people talk they, again and again and again, try me to tell me that this is a very bad idea. So what?
it's
Tell
so
us in your
interesting.
situation. Do you find any support somewhere, or still was tough
Well,
with the
so
people
there's
around
two
you?
yeah, there's two parts two ways I want to answer this. The first part is in the work environment. I actually had people making fun of me. I had people who didn't believe in me. Oh, what's Steven trying to create? Oh, why is he like, it's so stupid. Oh, he thinks he's going to be famous one day. He thinks, meanwhile, these are people who are never going anywhere in their lives. They don't have the courage to be an entrepreneur. So it's always those ones in the background. And if you are watching this or listening to this and you are around those people, trust me when I tell you, do not let them get in your way. Because I used to get affected by that. And I go, oh boy, you know, Melissa at work thinks I'm never going to go anywhere. And I heard her making fun of me. What's Steven trying to do recording? Oh, that's so stupid. I realized never listen to them because they're going to be in the same spot 10, 15 years from now or even worse. So the first
one day they will arrive at work and say you don't need it anymore, and now you're in a big trouble. You only have one skill because that's what you get at a job. You have to be very good at one skill and one skill only. When being an entrepreneur, you know, Steven, you need to have a lot of skills. Yeah, look at you have 1 million followers. People don't understand nothing for you to have 1 million followers. The amount of skills that you need to have good in camera, good in content. You have to arrive on time. You need to be good at lighting. You need to know so many things. Yeah, that you know so many things that if you want to find a job tomorrow, you can put in your CV 10 different things and you will be hired because you know what I mean.
Then back to and so then the second part of that on the support system from people, I had my some people who were supportive, not supportive. Family, always
friends, family.
I mean,
the people that support you. Who are these people?
I had to make a lot of sacrifices. I lost a lot of friends because Steven, you don't hang out at the bar anymore. You never want to go out anymore. And I said, I'm not going to become successful drinking until 2 a.m. 4 nights a week. I'm sorry that I want to change my lifestyle, but like I don't want to be getting home at 3, 4 in the morning wasted. So I had to make a lot of sacrifices, and some of the best, another book that I read, it's called Me Inc. by Gene Simmons. He was the founder of the band Kiss. And in the book, he says you have to be selfish when it comes to building your brand. You have to turn away family, friends. You have to not let that impact you because they have no idea.
That's a good brand, Kiss, by the way. Good brand.
Yeah. Yep. Me Inc. by Gene Simmons, one of the best books I ever read on branding and stuff. So the support system is hit or miss. To this day, present day, and I'm going to tell anyone who's listening or watching to this, you have to rely on yourself being your biggest supporter. Right now, I only blame myself if something doesn't grow, if something doesn't go right. I only blame myself when I put the full responsibility on me. Now, if you're working a job or doing something and you hire someone and they screw up, well, obviously that's them. But
yeah, you can say even this is not my job.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it.
Well, that's not my job. Well, when you have your own company, everything is your job.
Yeah. But when you start hiring other people, they mess up, that's on them. But when you start to put the pressure on yourself, right now, I tell my certain friends of mine, my small group of friends, and they don't really understand. Sometimes they understand, sometimes they don't. I go, look, I can only blame myself. And then some people who aren't in that same position as I am, they say, but they question that. And they go, yeah, but you work so much and you need to relax and do this and you got to make. I said, look, I know what I need to do because I've already walked down that road before. I've had some amazing highs and I know how I got there. I've also had some lows and I know how I got there too.
Like everybody else, like all entrepreneurs.
Yeah. But the thing is remembering what you need to do to keep that height. So that's why I say I can only blame myself. If my sales are low, it's my fault. If my content sucks, it's my fault because I know what it takes to make great stuff. So if 100%. If we're slacking as entrepreneurs, our business is going to be impacted by it directly.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.